Hello, hello, and welcome back. Yeah, that's the word I'm trying to say. To Tennis Ace. Yeah. Also, I don't know when this video is going to come up, but like, I want to put. I think this is going to be on the 30th. I think this video specifically comes out on the 30th of December. But I want to make an end of year Q&A. So if you got questions, I have a pinned tweet on my Twitter. This is probably really bad to put in a video, but like, you know how it'll be. Or I have a pinned tweet where you can like put your question, or you can put it in the comments, like whatever. Is what it is. I'm hoping for it to come out within the first week of January, so I lie uncomfortably in the dark room. It's been so many years since I've spent the night at Shuichi's house. While it's certainly bringing back some good memories, it also has allowed me to realize something else. Shuichi still has the same futon as he did years ago. Damn, this thing is so old and flat. It feels so uncomfortable lying down on it. My back hurts, my legs feel uncomfortable. Ugh, I kinda want to go home. I miss my bed. I take a deep breath as I readjust it. Readjust, yes, yeah, that's that word. Myself on the futon, trying to find some way to feel comfortable. If only. Just sleep with Shoichi, share the bed. It'll be cute. This thing. We're softer, yeah. What are you doing? You're being noisy. Sorry. I didn't mean to wake you. You didn't wake me, so much as you've been keeping me up. What's going on? This futon. It's really hard and thin and uncomfortable. Oh, is it very old? No, probably not the most comfortable thing to sleep on. I'll say. Shuichi then goes very quiet. It makes me think that he might have fallen asleep while we were talking. Shuichi? Whoa, sorry. I was thinking of something. Just throwing this out there, but you could sleep in my bed if you want. I appreciate the offer, but I'm not gonna kick you out of your own bed if it's uncomfortable for me to sleep here. It would be worse for you since you're bigger. That's not what I'm saying, you dork. I'm saying you could climb onto the bed with me. Oh? Yeah, oh. I hadn't considered. Just like that, the memory of what that guy, Haruki, who's a good individual. I like him. He's kind of hot. Told me on the rooftop came back to my mind immediately. I've been trying so hard to keep it out of my mind so it wouldn't bother me too much. I don't want to start treating Shuichi differently because of what some guy I don't even know said about him. And yet there's a little part of me who thinks he might be right, and that little part of me is now suspicious. I don't know what I should do. It's not like we've never done it before. We used to share a bed half the time when we were kids, even though the futon was perfectly usable. Something about it being more fun to sleep together. Is that what we call it? Would I end up offending him if I said no? Crap, am I overthinking this too much? The idea of not having to sleep on this hard futon is so tempting, too. Yuichi, you there? You didn't fall asleep, did you? No, I'm here. I was just thinking it over. Jeez, does the idea of sharing a bed with me warrant that much careful consideration? No, I'm just being dumb. What else is new? I make it a point to ignore the little voice in my head, telling me this is a bad idea. This is Shoichi. He's my best friend. I can't say that what Haruki said doesn't bother me, and that probably makes me a horrible person, but I'm not going to treat him any differently because of that. Whether it's true or not, Whether it's half true or not, gay or straight, Shoichi is still Shoichi. He will always be Shoichi, and I will always be his friend. He's cute. Wow. I wasn't expecting you to actually... wow. I wasn't expecting you to actually take me up on that, my offer. What, you didn't really want me to accept? Nah, don't be crazy. It's just surprising to me. After all, you've been really fussy over this sort of thing lately. This sort of thing? Yeah, you'd make me fuss whenever I try to pet you or be a little more physical with you. Haven't you noticed that I've pretty much completely stopped since class started? Wow, you're right. I can't remember you doing it even once recently. That's because you've been acting kind of uncomfortable around me. Especially for the past 2 or 3 weeks. Still, I won't lie. It kind of makes me happy that you took me up on my offer. What do you mean? This kind of thing is just so nostalgic. Remember how we used to do this all the time when we were kids? We'd fall asleep playing games together, or just talk until we drifted off. Yeah, I guess we did used to do that a lot. Yeah. Yeah, that's why it makes me happy that you took me up on my offer. I see. That sweet expression on Shuichi's face tugs at my heartstrings. Seeing him look so happy and unburdened was... For some reason, it made me really happy too. At that moment, my mind couldn't help but notice how handsome he was. A thought that really made me feel uncomfortable and embarrassed. What's wrong? You seem a little out of it. It's nothing. I'm just tired. I guess today really was a bit tiring. It was a pretty tiring day, huh? Wait, no, go back to the CG. By the way, thanks for today. For what? For helping me with everything, you idiot. This again. You've already thanked me so much. Doesn't hurt to say it again. I really had fun today, despite all the hassle. Same here. This was a really good way to spend the day. I hope things keep going smoothly for us in the following days. God knows we need a rest from all this festival mayhem. Yeah, trying to stay on top of all of this stuff going on is pretty hard. The whole school is chaotic. Then it's 10 times worse for me, because I'm helping organize the festival for the whole school, not just my class. I'd imagine. Sometimes it can be suffocating. All the stuff I have to work on. I feel like I have to juggle everyone's problems all the time, when I barely have the time and energy to deal with my own. I really wish I could get a break. I remember hearing this before. The day he and I went to the shopping district, I can barely remember what day over that day over the memories of the food poisoning I got there. Still, I remember having a serious conversation about it, promising to pay more attention to him and to help him with his problems more. The fact that they're talking about this again, that we're talking about this again, I guess that means I failed to keep my promise. Instead, I kept worrying about all the crap that jerk put inside my head. I even doubted Shoichi because of it. I really suck. Yuichi. Sorry. I was lost in thought. I could tell. The look on your face doesn't hide much. Sorry. I guess I burdened you with my problems again. Didn't I already tell you that... Oh, excuse me. Didn't I already tell you I'm okay with that? If you're in trouble, I want to hear about it. If I can help, then I want to be able to. Huh, I would. I knew you'd say that. You're such a breath of fresh air. Spending time with you never fails to make me feel lighter. Honestly, it's like all my burdens suddenly aren't a big deal anymore. Would it be too sappy if I said it was healing? I'd say so, yeah.
I'll keep that in mind. Man, I must have been more tired than I thought. Even though I'm talking, I feel really sleepy.
Then just roll over and go to sleep.
Ugh, but I want to stay up and talk to you more. It feels like it's been a bit so long since we've talked like this. I know I said this already, but it feels really nostalgic. I miss this.
Yeah. My heart is beating faster inside my chest. I feel like a deep sense of longing is being sated as we continue to speak. I don't know why, but I feel like right here and now, I'm happy. Just happy, nothing else. It's such a pleasant, warm feeling. At this time, I can't help but think of how wonderful Shoichi's smile is. What he said to me, the truth is that it's the same for me. Just seeing him smile already makes me feel so much better. You're not the only one, you know. Shoichi? Ah. His eyes are closed. His breathing is deep and rhythmic. Looks like he fell asleep while I was thinking about things. Good night, Shoichi. How do people do this? How do people not sit in their bed waiting an hour to fall asleep? Like, like, even when I'm tired, like, there are days, you know, back when I was, like, bad about it, right? I would, like, sometimes just not sleep. And even then, if I, like, if I was awake for more than, like, if I was, if I was, like, awake for more than 48 hours, it would still sometimes take me, like, more than an hour to actually fall asleep, no matter how tired I am. Like, fuck you. Why is... Oh my god. Good night, Shoichi. I hope you'll have sweet dreams tonight. I walk among the mass of people around. None? Okay. Trying to follow behind the giant mound of blue fur that walks ahead of me. For some reason, today his back seems so much larger than usual. The stalls around us are all exploding with activity, with people coming and going ceaselessly. From the corner of my eye, I can see so many familiar faces. I see Class Rep and Kyoko are running a dartboard game, excitedly calling people over to try them out. Saya-chan and the tennis club members are all lining up to eat some ramen at another nearby stall. Jin and Gin, yeah, that's right, are arguing with each other because Jin seems to have eaten all the food they were supposed to serve their customers. Keikun is arguing with our teachers about something, making obscene gestures that are so unlike him. Jun's dressed as a tanuki drummer. Oh, a taiko drummer. Okay. I got excited for a second. If he was dressed as a tanuki, that'd be cute. But no, he's just as a taiko drummer. Pounding on the drums on top of the stage with a bright smile on his face. Vic-kun and Ryoji, that's it, are walking around and trying different games. Ryoji still looks just as bored as always, though. I catch a glimpse of a white wolf, but he merely turns away from me when our eyes meet. For some reason, Takahiko-san is throwing a ball into the target, causing Hitoka to fall into a pit of water when he hits it. He looks so much happier than I'm used to seeing him. It's such a bizarre sight. I keep walking behind Shoichi this whole time, but it feels like we never go anywhere. I try calling out to him, but realize my voice doesn't work. I reach for my throat, trying to utter some kind of sound, but as I grow more desperate, my voice refuses to come out. That's when I realize, despite all the people being here, despite them doing all of these things, I can hear no sound. Then something begins to echo. I realize it's the sound of rain, slowly increasing in intensity. Even though it's so faint and subtle, it also feels as if it's roaring and drowning everything else around. Wait. How did I even get here in the first place? A feeling of not belonging starts to assault me as my chest grows tight. Everything feels so hazy, almost as if it could disappear if I reached out to touch it. I close my eyes as I grip my chest. The fear that's been building up inside of me is so overwhelming that it's almost blinding. I try to remember what I'm supposed to be doing, but my mind feels as if it's covered in a thick haze. Where am I? How did I get here? Just as I feel like I might be completely taken by the confession, I feel a hand grip my shoulder. My eyes shoot open to reveal Shuichi right in front of me. We're no longer in the festival. I feel like this place is familiar somehow, but my mind can't connect. Shuichi's mouth moves as he begins to talk, but no sound comes out of it. My brain can't comprehend what's going on, as it desperately attempts to fill the gaps. I try to understand what is going on, but the fog just continues to grow heavier. Shuichi continues to speak without making any actual sound. I can feel as if the vibration of his voice are echoing through my body, but my ears refuse to hear. I try to look around me, trying to figure out what's going on. I feel my hand being squeezed as Shuichi suddenly leans closer to me.
I love you.
Everything blacks out for a split second. Then, as his words seem to hit me like a truck, the whole world went dark for me. I could hear nothing but Shuichi's voice. But just as soon as that darkness came, it vanished, bringing everything back into focus. Shuichi still stood in front of me with a big smile on his face. He looked me up and down expectantly. My heart, which had been racing this whole time, suddenly felt like it stopped. The only sound I could hear was the rain roaring around us. Those words kept playing on repeat in my head. Why is this so hard to concentrate? Unable to think of anything but the words that's still lingering in the air, I nodded. Ah? Tears welling up in his eyes as the husky leaned closer to me. The smell of damp fur tickled my nose, which was funny because he wasn't wet at all. As my childhood friend approached me slowly, just a little closer at the time, until our noses could almost touch. A hand cupped my cheek, stroking me softly. I tried to turn my face and look away, but he gently pulled my head back to look right at him. His lips moved one more time, even though I still couldn't hear any words. But yet, I could feel the enormity of them hitting me again. It was the same words as last time. I love you. Something wet brushes up against my lips, and my brain glitches out. Unable to comprehend what is happening, my vision goes dark. All I could feel is the gentle sensation of someone else's lips pressing up against mine. I'm being kissed by Shuichi. And somehow, I am dimly aware that I begin to kiss back. My eyes open violently. As the haze begins to lift from inside my mind, I begin to make out shapes again. I'm in Shuichi's room. Ah, that's right. I'm spending the night here because it was too late to walk back home. I was dreaming. Wait, was I dreaming of that? Wait, why was I dreaming of that? Yeah. I turned around in bed, only to see Shuichi's face lying next to mine. My whole body freezes for a second as I try to remember why Shuichi is in bed with me. My recollection starts catching up with me again, and I remember accepting his offer to share his bed. I watch him breathe peacefully in his sleep. Somehow seeing him like this has much ha, the like this has such a calming effect on my heart. The rush of emotions that I had been feeling is completely drowned out, leaving only a single emotion on my forefront. The sound of my heart beating echoes inside my head. I lean in closer to him. I can feel his breath against my face. He looks so calm and peaceful like this. It makes me feel happy. It makes me so happy seeing him this way. I touch the tip of my nose against his. I can feel a desire building up in my chest. I lean in to a little further and... What the hell am I doing? My brain finally catches up to what I'm doing as the last remnant of my sleepy days lifts from my mind, causing me to immediately jump away before I can go through with what I was about to do. Get a grip, me! I lay on my back, as far away from Shoichi as I can get, without falling out of bed. Covering my eyes with my hands, I let the realization of what I was about to do sink in. Seriously, what the hell is wrong with me? I have a dream of kissing my best friend and suddenly wake up only to try and do it? That would definitely be sexual assault. Getting carried away by a dream and nearly kissing someone because of it. I'm just pathetic. It's all that damn wolf's fault for putting these thoughts in my head in the first place. I turn to look at Shoichi again. Despite my rowdiness, he still sleeps undisturbed. Good thing I didn't wake him up. That would be just embarrassing. But I can't deny that that I've been thinking a lot about him lately, even if it's just been trying to make sense of what he feels for me. Whether oh my god, whether what that guy said is true or not, I don't know. But maybe not letting my brain finish that thought, I turn around in bed and try to go back to sleep. I should probably avoid having mind-shattering revelations in the middle of the night when I'm still sleepy. You're right, let's just ignore that thought. Let's put aside explaining that until later. The sound of the spell ringing snaps everyone's attention for the lecture. My stomach is definitely thankful for the arrival of lunch break, though. Oh. Have we seen this man? I don't know. I don't remember. He's definitely not as cute as Avery. Was that his name? The deer from Smoke Room? With that big belly. Oh, it's time already. Class sure did fly today. A few students mumble a half-hearted agreement, probably trying to appease the teacher. Today I had another class filled with subjects that are nowhere on our curriculum, and shouldn't have been assigned to us at all. It's good that he's passionate about his work as a history teacher, but he should really focus on the stuff he's supposed to be teaching us instead of just talking about whatever he wants. Well, I guess that's it for today. Make sure you kids check the material once you get home. For now, enjoy your lunches. The class mumbles for a few moments as Shima-sensei grabs his things and walks out the door. Pretty sure we're not about to win any awards for enthusiasm. I turn to look to my side and see June staring down his books with a conflicted look on his face. I swear I could hear the gears turning desperately inside of his head. Hey June, what are you thinking about so hard?
I'm trying to remember all the material for the midterms. They're supposed to be the week after festival, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised you're even bothering to study for it.
I need to pass if I want to go to Germany.
I guess that's true. Are you feeling well, though? You only just came back to school after being on bed rest.
I'm feeling fine. Mostly just lost. I have no idea what any of this is supposed to be. And don't even get me started on the math.
Yeah, a few days away will certainly do that to you.
I give up. I can't memorize any of this. I just have a ton of dates floating around in my head, and I have no idea what any of them are for.
I can try tutoring you later, if you think that would help.
Yeah, I think it would. Thanks. How about we talk about something else at the moment? I kinda don't want to think about this right now.
Of course. Say, how about your weekend? I was, meaning to visit you, but ended up getting a bit busy. Sorry about that. Is that music loud? I'm gonna turn it down just a little bit.
I didn't say I didn't want you guys to be out of your way. I did say I didn't want you guys to go out of your way for me, so I wasn't expecting anyone. Things were just really boring, for the most part. Not much to do at home other than play video games. And I already beat all the games I have.
What about the piano? You could have snuck in some practice, at least, no?
You think so, but my parents didn't really want me stressing over the piano while I was recovering.
Geez, isn't that a little overboard? I know you hit your head and all, but it wasn't even a big injury. I thought you'd been totally cleared by the weekend.
You'd certainly think so.
What do you? My sentence is cut off by the sound of the sound of the room's back doors being opened, with Saya and Shoichi walking in together. Asu.
Morning.
The difference between their greeting is certainly very noticeable.
Asu.
Morning. Kinda rare to see you both walking in together. What gives?
Nothing much. Saya-chan and I just bumped into each other in front of the door.
The two of them grab chairs as June and I push our tables together so that 4 of us could sit together. We all take out our lunch boxes and put them on top of the table. You know, I have a feeling the teachers are trying to kill us from boredom because before the festival, so we won't be able to enjoy it. Say that to June. His head was about to burst just 5 minutes ago.
Yuichi-san, don't say it like that.
Do you need someone to help you study? I can try to see if I get some free time.
No, it's alright. I'll be fine.
How are you feeling, though? Are you sure you're well enough to be back in class?
I was well enough since I got discharged from the hospital. My parents are just really paranoid.
Paranoid, huh?
By the way, I was gonna ask before you guys walked into the room. You asked about how my weekend went, Yuichi-san. But what about yours?
My weekend? Well, whenever I think about my weekend, that stupid dream just flashes back in my head.
Actually, I'd like to ask the same thing. Same thing myself. You were gone by the time I woke up and didn't answer your phone all day on Sunday.
What? You guys spent the night together?
Yeah. Was it because of the party?
Oh, right. You were gonna throw a party for your dad.
Yeah, Yuichi spent the night on Saturday, since it was too late for him to go home on his own. When I woke up, and he was just gone. He didn't answer any of my texts either.
Look, I leave all of my text messages on read. It's fine. There's like maybe 2 people who legitimately text me on occasion, and I will leave them just there for a week. And usually the next time I see them in person, I'll comment on the text. That's probably terrible of me to do, but it's okay because I know for a fact that friend does not watch these videos. Blessed. In theory, I could make fun of him all I want. Ulforce Vidramon will always be a bad deck, by the way. Just saying. Stop trying to make it work.
Yeah, I just thought I should get home early. I already wasn't supposed to spend the night out, so I'm pretty sure my mom wanted me home as soon as possible. That still doesn't explain why you couldn't pick up your phone. I was busy with homework. I let it all pile up. Seriously, you're really irresponsible, you know that. I don't want to hear that after all the work I put into help you throw that party. Then get your homework done in time.
Truth be told, I just wanted to get out of his house as fast as possible. As soon as the sun cracked, I picked up my things and left. Just seeing him in front of me already had me feeling both embarrassed and anxious for some reason. I didn't want to run the risk of doing something stupid. How's your dad doing anyway? Did he like the party?
He seemed to enjoy it. He was very tired from the trip, but he still socialized a lot. He was he was nothing but he was nothing but compliments for Yuichi the whole time too.
That's great. I'm really glad that things worked out.
Yeah, sure.
I think I'm gonna end the party here, you know. I'm thinking of trying to keep things down to like 30 minutes. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I'll see you around.